Hello, welcome back to Tarot Time with Andy. Thank you for being here. This is my vibrational reading. Please do your own research for entertainment purposes and allegedlys. I was asked to do a spread on the Crumbleys, the parents of the boy that shot up Oxford High. And anyways, their names is James and Jennifer Lynn Crumbley. They are now facing charges up to 15 years for involuntary manslaughter. Their son, 4 dead, and now 6 others still injured. They left town, but they were caught. They did a fugitive apprehension team, which was sent out. And the son, he was charged with murder and terrorism counts, and he has been charged. So there was a minor manhunt for them. They found them in near downtown, near Detroit, not too far from the airport. So they, being a international airport, they were definitely a flight risk. They were in a commercial building in the basement. Apparently, they said that they were fleeing. They left the night that everything happened out of fear for their life, and claiming that they were going to turn themselves in. However, they didn't for a few days. But anyways, they were found. And so this is what is happening. I did do a little bit of automatic writing, meditated on it. So what I got basically was that they both have some high narcissist traits. Not saying they are full-on hardcore diagnosable, but they carry high narc traits. They have a very suspicious nature with society. There was a lot of inconsistencies in the raising of this son. They have all artificial altruism. So what they do that is good, it's artificial. There's no true need or want. It's more for fuel. They talked a lot about the haves and the have-nots within their community. There was envy there, some envious issues, and there was definitely some anger management issues that were in the home that needed treatment. So that was what I got when I meditated on it. So let's get some cards on them now. Here we go. And find out what Spirit wants to say. Let's get some general reading. I wonder if they're going to get, we figure, I was discussing this with my husband, and we figure they'll probably get half. You know, they probably, if they're saying 15 years, maybe they'll get, you know, half that amount and then spend probably likely half of that period of time, you know, maybe 5 to 8 years of prison time, probably, if they do get charged, we figure, and it probably would not be the full 15 years, more than likely, because that does seem to be how the justice system seems to pan out a lot. So let's get some energy on the Crumbleys, the Crumbleys, the Crumbleys, the Crumbleys, the Crumbleys, the Crumbleys. I'm going to keep going a little bit because I'm just not feeling it at this moment. The Crumbleys, please be accurate. The Crumbleys, the Crumbleys, the Crumbleys. And I will be turning these because it is my dual major deck, and that is what has to happen. So here we go. Oop, here's the doggies, just ignore them. I'm surprised she's not napping under the Christmas tree. She probably sees the neighbor dogs. She is feisty. I've had her for a year now. Miss Penelope has been with us for a year, and she is a pleasure. Here we go. So under the deck, we have Queen of Pentacles. I would say that the mother enjoyed feeling well off in the comforts and gain of society, of life that her husband provided her. He made a 6-figure income and apparently was not paying child support to his son from a previous marriage relationship. And so she did go on news and talked about how toxic they were and how her son was visiting but came home prior to COVID and was glad he was back and away from this pair. Described them basically as narcissists. That's the way she described them, especially with the wife, that she could never apologize or be wrong about anything. So I would say that she enjoyed, kind of had this comfortable life there in Oxford, being married to Mr. Crumbley. So the very first deck here, first card I have here in the situation is they are falling off their horse. Everything, they are starting to lose everything. They don't have the fight in them with the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Everything feels unfinished. They are being stubborn and they're feeling very scattered. This here, they're not trustworthy. The results did come in and they were not trustworthy to stay put. They literally did try taking off but fell off their horse, literally, because they did get busted. So this pair wasn't able to, you know, take off and be a warrior and leave with their energy. They got literally busted. So that is that. That is the primary card, the focal point. Then the challenge is their tower is crashing down, literally. Their whole world is falling apart, and they're hoping that they can rebuild themselves because it's in the upright position. When it's in the upright position, you can rebuild yourself. So they are hoping that they were able to do that rebuilding. That is their hope. That is their challenge position, is to get out of that hot, fiery house. Literally, that's what they were doing when they went and hid in that basement in Detroit, was to get out of their house because they probably literally was afraid someone was going to firebomb it. My husband did mention that, you know, someone might come along and firebomb that, you know, light that house on fire. Their house is literally on fire. Everything's falling apart. Their whole world is falling apart. And that is the challenge right now. And they've got to get themselves out of that hot mess that they're in, literally. And they got struck with lightning, literally. Wasn't really expecting it. It was an unwanted change that they didn't see coming due to total ignorance, complete total ignorance, in my opinion. And the focal point here is the Page of Wands, what their son did. He had the enthusiasm and the energy to do it. This is with the wand energy. He was very enthusiastic for it. He wanted attention, 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 attention. He wanted publicity, and that is why he did it. I got that in my previous spread as to why he did it. He felt ignored. Give me attention. So he was an attention-seeking kid who was spoiled and wanted more attention. Didn't feel like he was growing as he should. And he just wanted more attention. So it was an attention-seeking situation. And the focal point is the son because of what he did. He started this. He used this. He went about it. And, you know, he was very ambitious about what he did. He had a lot of enthusiasm to shoot up the school, in essence, for attention and fame, because the wand is about attention and fame and hitting the news. So he knew darn well that he would be going, it would go global. He wanted that. That's what he wanted. That's why he did it. That was one of the reasons why he did it. The hidden energy here is the Wheel of Fortune. So I would say that this is going to be a new cycle and a change that's going to happen. A new cycle and a change is happening, which is that tower crashing, major change. So that is the hidden energy is, you know, he did this. He kind of knew, the son knew that it would change everything within their home and also crash them down, but lacked empathy for the parents, you know, about even not pulling back and knowing how it would affect his parents. This kid did not have enough empathy. Was just too excited about doing it and couldn't tap into his own empathy as to how it would affect his parents and the community, and literally burning down the city in a, you know, psychological way. He really did. He crashed down Oxford in a major psychological way, not necessarily, you know, literally. And then in these two positions here, the sixth, the influence for the future was he was a Knight of Wands in reverse. He was always looking out to see, you know, this is a feisty kid energy card, very feisty, but he's disloyal, he's rebellious, and he likes to make rash decisions. So he made a very rash decision. There's disloyalty to school, disloyalty to his parents, and complete rebellion is this kid. And it was affecting, for some reason, for this energy here, it is the near future, it was affecting his relationship with his mother. He did view her, apparently, he did view her as a loving energy, affectionate towards him and healing energy towards him. She was wise and tender towards him and sensitive towards him. And so I think that was kind of bothering him as to how it was going to affect her. But he was probably kind of rash and harsh to her. He wasn't kind to her. But it's looking like she really did have some kind of bond with him because of this Queen of Cups popping up here. So I would say, because I'm not seeing the father card here, he got along better with her than he did his own father. is what it's looking like. And then we have here the 7th position is decision made, Knight of Cups. Interesting. So the Knight of Cups is he's wearing his heart on his sleeve. So I'm looking to see what is going to happen with this couple. Knight on the sleeve. So they're going to probably use the pity play, I would say. They're going to try and act like they had their heart on a sleeve. In dealing with this situation, they're going to act like they probably gave him too much. You know, that Knight of Cups, that dream, it's sort of a dream lover card. And so they're going to they gave too much to this kid, is what this decision card is. Basically, emotional battles, it could be. There was this emotional battle of giving too much, I think is what that is. He just received too much. It's an emotional battle. Going to battle for the emotions and wearing it on your sleeve. So, yeah, this is very charming. So they like to be very charming. They're going to come out trying to be very charming, to look like they are just that loving, kind parents, is how they're going to try and make the public see them as just loving parents. So that's what they're going to put out there. That's the energy that's going to be put out. The inner emotions is strength. They're going to also put out that they are strong, that they are courageous. Oh boy. And they're going to put out that, you know, they can tame themselves from within. They had willpower, they had endurance. We were a strong family, indefinitely strong, you know, infinity is above her head. And we just were a strong family unit. So this is what's going to be part of probably their fight, their legal fight, is we were a strong family, a loving family, with the Knight of Cups here. And then the next card here, the external pressure, is going to be the Queen of Swords. So the external pressure was, even though she was loving, she was, I'm going to say she was hot, she was cold. So this is where we're coming into the narcissism of the female mother, which was described by the stepmother, or, you know, out in Florida, there was another woman, previous ex-wife, who said she was a narcissist. So this could be that hot, cold, push, pull, needing, you know, giving you lots of love, but then being cold. Because the Queen of Swords is sort of the, you know, this is the Lady of the Snow. This is a cold woman who goes straight to logic, who throws out all emotion. So she flips and flops between love and sternness, and very stoic, and cutting words. More than likely could be harsh with their words, could be very, very direct with their words. So this is probably feeling like which I said there was this sort of, what was it? I said that there was, what was it, the notes I got? There was a flip-floppy. There was inaccuracies. The way that she raised him, she was around him more. It's looking like she spent more time with him, because she's popping up and really it's just, we do have the Knight of Cups here. That could be the father here, but we got her here. So I'm thinking that he was more affected by her parenting rather than the father's. I would say he was more just wanting to please him, please the son. She was more hot, cold, you know, sweet, mean kind of thing. And even though it's not in reverse, she probably tried to do it as very sternly, probably yelling him what to do, but not so much cruel, but a yeller, a screamer, quite possibly, a little too stern. And then we have here the Queen of Cups in reverse. So it's looking like, and then the fact that we got the Queen of Pentacles here, she really thought that she was the queen of the castle here. And then she would turn cold and nasty and turn off her emotions. So this is probably where the insecurities came from. I do want to know what's going to happen, but it's looking like the biggest challenge here is to keep themselves from this burning building here, from their house literally being probably firebombed. From their whole life is firebombed. So let's find out some more, because I'm going to keep pulling here. So they're going to charge forward. They are going to charge forward with their energy and fight this. It's the Battle of the Will card. But what we do have here next is the Death card. It is, you are stuck. You are stuck. Yes, you have to charge forward. Yes, it's a battle of the wills. You want to win. They're going to try to win, try to beat the charges. But the problem is they're going to be stuck. With the death card, because people did die, it is an ending and a closure card. It is a total ending for them, and they're going to be stuck. And how are they going to be stuck? Their Wheel of Fortune is going to completely bust open. It will not go in their favor. Hidden energy, as they wanted to fight it to get to the point of winning, but they're not going to win. Their world's going to fall apart with this here, which will then make them feel very weak here with the strength in reverse. They're going to feel consumed and overtaken by the justice system more than likely. And then we have here, and then at that point in time, they're going to force themselves to look inward, figure out where they went wrong on their path, try to go inward with some intellect and higher self, go inward with the wisdom to see where they screwed up. How did we get this wrong? And so they're going to do that. How did they get this wrong with that little narcissist psychopath kid, the Page of Swords, which is my little narc psychopath kid. That is the one who is very cutting, insensitive kid, rash decisions, impulsive nature, jumps to conclusions, really does like to try and be authoritative with his sword, confrontational, problems with authority. That is the Page of Swords. So they're going to be looking inward as to where they screwed up with this kid. So they will be looking at themselves. They will go inward at some point in time, but this is when they realize they're completely stuck. And everybody's going to be unhappy with the Sun card in reverse. And they're going to be unhappy because of the Page of Wands here, is the one who did this. He's the one that created this problem, and he's going down as well. Here, the focal point was what he started up. He started this whole situation. He's going to end up in the reversal position here, which is basically he's not going to be able to get back up from this situation. He cannot get out of it. He's going to fade away. This is a lack of confidence, hot temper, jealousy. This risk-taking battle that he took a risk-taking battle, and he's lost. And it is the tantrum card. This is the tantrum card here, and this tantrum is going to cost everyone. It's costing everyone. And then we have here, and he manifested this. He manifested this tantrum. He made it happen, and he's going to try and lie and deceive about why he did it with this Knight of Pentacles and bringing himself in, charging forward with the Knight of Pentacles. This is trying to act like this is the news coming in. He was very pragmatic approach, methodical approach. He thought it out, so it was premeditated. So it was very meditated in how he manifested this situation. So I say he's definitely going to do a very long time in prison, and it's looking like it's going to cost him. He's going to probably learn it while he's in prison. He will be educating himself to pass the time. He's going to try and, grow and become more. He's going to have no choice being in prison to be obedient. He's going to have to become very obedient. He's going to have to follow rules. He's going to have to grow in prison. Everything's going to feel stagnant for him, and he's going to have to be very polite because his world and his life is no longer going to be his. And so this is how his life is going to be. He's going to end up becoming that polite, listening to authority because he's going to be locked up. He's not going to be able to get out. Even though I'm not getting the prison card here, the fact that I've got all this world crashing apart, all of their world is crashing apart, it's not going to spin in their favor. They want it to. They want it to spin in their favor, but it's not going to. And then what I have here also is that the High Priestess in reverse, there is a loss of inner self. There was a loss of inner self with the Sun, with the Devil energy, and he completely lost touch with any empathy, with who he is, with any kind of good traits that were taught to him in school or by other people, any associations, the family. The whole family, this whole threesome family, lost touch with their inner self. they have clouded insight, they're blocked insight, not using their higher self, not being not spirit connected, connected to the devil instead. So there was a lot of dark energy within the home. A lot of dark energy within the home. So I'm thinking they're definitely going to pay the price. And then the King of Wands right here, he is the father figure of the home. He sort of helped ignited this situation, which then manifested in the Sun, I'm feeling. And it was a lot of, untapped talent here with the Sun, untapped talent with the father, a lot of lies and deception with the Magician. And so with the Magician in reverse, this is poor planning, very poor parenting, manipulation as well, and manipulating to have a clouded insight with the paranoia, distrust of society, some of the parental discussions kind of fed into this being untapped with dark energy of the Magician and the dark energy of the devil. And then as a result, this whole family is falling off the cliff with the Fool in reverse. They're all going to drown and fall off that path of the devil, the Magician in reverse, the High Priestess in reverse. So they're all going to fall down together. They're all collapsing because basically it was a very selfish mindset, not being able to take a new perspective for the family. The whole family was not able to take on a higher vibe perspective. That higher vibe perspective was never looked at, nor was it even flirted with. And then we have here, and it's affected the lovers, the couple, and this couple is now going to be going on a new path that they are not going to love. We have here the King of Cups in reverse. And he is going to realize that he had a major role in this, the father, with the King of Cups in reverse. And so that's emotional manipulation. He's going to realize he manipulated this energy within the family unit. And then what ended up happening, he tore down his entire family to the point where this is the Tower crashing in reverse, where you cannot repair yourself. There's absolutely no repair that's going to happen with this because of what they manifested on a dark level, which caused death of individuals, a complete transformation of everything that they knew, what they will know, what their future is going to look like, everything. They are stuck, and transformation is now going into the energy field now. So now they're going to have to transform into what it's going to be like to be locked up. And they will probably have a problem looking at it. They will have a problem of looking at the death. They don't want to look at it because it's going to be too painful and emotionally painful that he did this, and they are partially to blame. So they're not going to want to look at it for a while. They're going to say no to it because they realize they lit that path, and they're not going to want to look at it. They're going to have problems looking at that they caused death, and that they also have this moon energy in the reverse. And the reverse moon energy is the lies and deception and having to cop up to their participation. It is confession time. With this, it is confession time. They have no choice, and they realize that it was the wrong path with the Star in reverse. So yes, that's kind of basically, it's getting down to it. I'm going to go to the bottom of the deck here, and it's going to, it kind of finishes up the spread at the bottom of the deck. The mother felt very affluent and comfortable. She was that queen. We started out where she was the Queen of Pentacles upright. She becomes the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And so that is, she's going to feel broke, like she's in the middle of of this eruption here, and not feeling abundant, not feeling emotional, no fulfillment whatsoever in the material world, losing it all. What she gained, she's going to lose with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So that's kind of, and she's going to have a lot of setbacks with no rewards, jealousy, and she's going to be working hard in prison, probably doing a bit of work there. And so there's going to be no fruit following hard labor. There won't be the comforts and gain. There won't be that individualism. She made wrong decisions, not right decisions. She will not be living in wealth. And so that's basically what that looks like. And it's going to cost them a lot of money to defend themselves. We got the banker card here. And that is going to be a self-sacrifice to lose that money. He's going to have to spend his money out of his bank. And he is going to obviously try to be self-defensive, try to cut himself out of this situation with the executioner card. He's going to try to cut out, you know. He's going to try and think that he's going to get justice and truth by using his money to get themselves out of it. And that it's going to be a self-sacrifice to spend everything he has to defend themselves over the fact that their son here with the Page of Cups in the upright position, I believe. And with the King of Cups upright, he's going to do it out of love for his son, but his son has failed him with this Page of Pentacles, and the son fell down. So he's going to do it out of love for his son. He's going to spend everything he has, but it's looking like they are going to lose the defense against the son here. So yeah, he's going to do that because he feels, you know, obviously responsible. He will look at himself, but then he will have moments where they're not going to want to look at themselves because it's too painful as to the death count and the injured and the public humiliation, the world falling apart, collapsing, not being able to get out of it, being completely stuck in the situation. So it's just not going to look super good for them. It's looking like a really horrible future by being ignorant, by not heeding the warning signs of his dark energy, and by sort of embracing that kind of rebellious mindset against society. Like I said, they had this sort of rebellious mindset, this mindset where, you know, they didn't trust society. They have this me against the world. That's why they bought him a cloak of all things. I mean, who buys their 15-year-old a cloak? It's not even a hunting gun. So we have here sad news that created sad news. And then we also have here and murky thoughts. So she is not happy about it. She knows that what happened created a lot of sadness. So she is sitting there sad tonight. And let's see, what else do I have here? What other energy? I have here, and he is a main focus. That would be the father. So she is thinking about the sad thoughts probably and not being able to see her husband. At the bottom of the deck, yeah, bringing news. So she's hoping he brings good news. Bringing good news while she's sitting there. She's hoping that he brings good news of probably getting them out of prison or getting them out of jail because their bail was set. So she's probably hoping that he makes bail. And at the bottom of the deck, I have the money, the fish. The fish is money. So she's hoping that to get bailed out is what I'm thinking here. Yeah. So they want to bail out. I don't know if they will. It was set pretty high. And we have here the clock. Need time, takes time, in time cycles, time to heal, progress. So she's waiting on the clock. She's checking the clock. She is waiting. And wow, attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third-party interference. Could have been some infidelity in the relationship as well. She feels she's on the clock waiting. She wants to get out. She wants the bail met. And wow, she's really thinks about herself. Insane chemistry. So she's got this huge chemistry with her husband. Huge sexual chemistry, it looks like. What a thing to be thinking about. So she's thinking about how she's no longer going to be able to sleep with him anymore. Not about her son, about her sexuality. And we have here prison. We got the prison card. And she knows that she will not be having sex with her husband anymore. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, and in the center of it also we have here main person. So she's hoped this could be a lawyer, a main person to bring good news, to help them grow, to help them, because it looks very abundant, a main person. So there is a main person she is going to wait on, to help out, to bring them something. She's thinking about prison. And then we have here a little child, and she is thinking about the little boy, or the son. She is thinking about the son. So yes. And so yeah, she's just hoping good news comes her way. She's really is thinking about her sexuality while locked up. Wow. Okay, let's get some more. Oh, there we go. Distant horizons. She knows that she's going to probably have to go away, and she's going to be chained and locked up and anchored down someplace away from her husband, away from the sun, and life as she knew it. So it's talking definitely more so about, well, that's the way all of it's going to be for all of them. And she's thinking about how she felt privileged. At the bottom of the deck, subconsciously, she knows she was living feeling like she was living a fairly privileged life. And in the center of the deck, and now she knows that she's going to be taking a job while she's locked up, because that's what they do. They give you some kind of job just to pass the hours and the time, something that's not a fun job. This is a card where it's not a dream job. This is not a dream job at all. And so she's realizing that, thinking about that, not being happy about that. And I think that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Until next time, like and subscribe. Bye, you guys.